Moving on to my week 3 predictions. Sure bet of the week. I can't lie, this week's actually a very tough week for tipping. There's some really close games and there's going to be some nail biters, both with teams that haven't had a good start and teams that have had a good start. My sure bet of the week, I'm going to go with the last game of the round, Titans up at North Queensland. Just the way the Cowboys have been playing in the past, I am scared to tip against the Cowboys as a sure bet because on paper they still do have some good players, but I just don't think any of the other matches are as sure as this one, if I'm going to be honest. The other contenders, Raiders to beat the Warriors, I guess that's pretty likely, especially in Canberra, but the Warriors produced some upsets last year. And then apart from that, the Eels to beat the Sharks, yes, it's likely, but the Eels are a bit unpredictable. So I'm going to go with the Titans to beat the Cowboys. Yes, it's in North Queensland, but I just think the Titans will eventually... I think the Titans don't actually have to play their best to win games anymore. I think they've hit that level where they've got enough skill on paper. They can have a 7 out of 10 performance and win a game like they did on Friday against the Broncos. And the way that the Cowboys have been playing right now, they're probably going to give that to them if they keep their completion rate and errors up. So they're paying $1.45 to beat the Cowboys. So that's going to be my sure bet of the week. Upset of the week, I've got 3 options here and I'm actually unsure who to pick. So I might need some help from you guys. Let me know who you think is going to win in the comments or Instagram DM me. I'm looking at Manly to beat the Dragons. They're paying $2. The Rabbitohs to beat the Roosters, they're paying $2.35. And the Bulldogs to beat the Broncos, they're paying $2.15. I'm probably going to rule out the Rabbitohs to beat the Roosters just because I don't really want to tip against a team that's put up 2 40-point performances in a row. However, I do think the Rabbitohs could definitely win that. I think they're valued at $2.35. Manly to beat the Dragons. That one's going on an absolute whim, but I just think that's the kind of thing Manly would do. I don't think they're a weak team. I think they're pretty gritty, and they're going to be in most games that they play. But right at the moment, if you looked at the weekend, you'd think surely the Dragons win. But they were against a difficult. They were against different opposition. One was against a premiership contender. One was against a wooden spoon contender. And then the Bulldogs to beat the Broncos. I think I didn't watch Saturday's game, and yes, they looked like they got dominated pretty convincingly by the Panthers, but it was in testing conditions, very wet at Bank West. I think in round 1 they were actually pretty good against the Knights, so I think they could be a solid chance to beat the Broncos. However, the Broncos have showed signs, and it is in Brisbane. So I'm probably going to lock in Manly to beat the Dragons, but I'm not too confident about it. And I looked up the Manly record against the Dragons, and they've won like 1 of the last 7. So, yeah, look, it's a tough one. I think they're the 3 obvious candidates for an upset. But yeah, I'm going to go Manly to beat the Dragons, paying $2. Just not much based on it. I just think Manly are a better team than what they've been putting up recently, and I think in any week it could click. I'm not sure. The teams haven't been announced when I'm recording this, so I'm not sure what's happening with Turbo. Dylan Walker's pretty crap at fullback, if I'm going to be brutally honest. So I hope that maybe gets switched up. Maybe try someone else there. But yeah, the Dragons, yes, they looked good on the weekend, but the way they've been playing the last 2 or 3 seasons, they never really put 2 good performances together. So I'm going to take Manly in that one. Betting lines I like. The Titans at -6.5. I mentioned that I think they're a sure bet to beat the Cowboys, and that's a pretty small margin, 6 points. So I think they could easily beat them by more than 6. That's only a converted try. So I like that one. And then Manly at +1.5, as I just mentioned, I think they're going to win. Well, I don't know if I think they're going to win, but I think they're probably the most likely out of the underdogs. So give them a field goal margin, and yeah, I like them for that one. Yeah, it's a very tough tipping week though this week. I think I've had a pretty good start to the year tipping. I think I've got back-to-back 7s, but this week's definitely going to sort the tipsters out. You've got the Panthers versus the Storm, which is an absolute flip of a coin. Dragons Manly, as I mentioned, that's tough. Rabbitohs Roosters, that's tough. Raiders Warriors, the Raiders should win that, but you never know with the Warriors. Broncos Bulldogs, that's tough. Eels Sharks, Eels should win that. Knights Tigers, Knights should win that. And then the Titans should be the Cowboys. But there's some tough ones that could go either way there. So I'm very excited to watch it. Not sure how much.
It's a miracle! Oh yeah! What about that one? Unbelievable! Balotelli, Aguero! Crowd cheers. Here's Siddle.